This is the training on how to install Arteco Server. First we find the setup executable and double click. Go ahead and make sure that you choose English, otherwise your installation will actually be in Italian. Hit OK. Next you will find the setup wizard and we choose next here. Here there could be a couple different ones that are actually listed here. It could say program files / Arteco-server, program data. In this case, and actually for all your installations, they should be the same. So we're going to put in the C drive Arteco / Arteco-server and go ahead and choose next. Here we want to make sure that the English resources is checked. Everything else leave default and choose next. Here is where there might be some changes. So we want to make sure that our configuration path is always going to go to the C drive, the one that we just created, which is Arteco / Arteco-server / config. This way we know exactly where to find our configuration files each time. The data path actually needs to go into the path that we're recording to. So if there is a E, F, G drive for what we're doing our recordings to, then it will actually say E, F, or G, your primary drive here. In this case, since we are only recording to my C drive, we'll be putting in C. The recording path will stay the same though. It'll say whichever data path that you're going to be doing it to, the C, E, F, G drive, then / Arteco / Arteco-server / data. Choose next here. And then here we go ahead and use and leave the defaults, making sure that adding the exception to the Windows Firewall, both of them are checked. Choose next and continue to go ahead and install. Once it is finished, go ahead and uncheck the readme.txt section here. And at this point we don't want to launch Arteco Server because there's a couple of other things that we need to make sure are done. Once you uncheck that and make sure they're both done, go ahead and choose Finish. This creates a file on our desktop that says artecoserver.sid, otherwise known as the SID file. So once you get this, you send it off to arteco@artecous.com, and we will generate a license. The licenses will then be sent back to you in a form of local.rgc and a local.arl. You need to take these two files that come in here and you need to go ahead and put them into the main folder, the Arteco under the C drive, and then the Arteco server folder. All you have to do is take both of these, click and drag them right into the main folder. Once this is finished, this now allows you to run Arteco Server for the first time, and you'll be able to have it up and running. Before we actually run it, we want to make sure that inside the control panel, this is in large icons, makes it a little bit easier sometimes to go into the small icons. On Windows 7 and Windows 2008, we need to go into the system folder and we need to check on the data execution prevention file or area that we can add in Arteco Server. So under System and then Advanced System Settings, and then again under the Advanced tab, we choose under this performance here, we choose Settings, and then the Data Execution Prevention tab. It is generally turned on. If turning on the DEP for all programs and services except for those that I select is actually checkmarked, then we need to add in Arteco Server into that list. So underneath, again, the C drive, Arteco and Arteco Server, you will see both Guardian and Arteco Server in here. Go ahead and choose Server and Open. This will allow Arteco Server to run on startup. If not, the executable will not be able to run. In this particular instance, I'm going to go ahead and leave on the DEP for Essential Windows Programs and Services. So I hit OK. And then I hit OK again. And then I can go ahead and exit out of here. At this point, you can go ahead and start Arteco Server. This concludes the installation of Arteco Server.